Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right, today we're going to dive into Project 2025, something that Donald J. Trump knew absolutely nothing about before the election because he told us that.
Yes, he did. He did. We
On-
approved, yeah.
On multiple occasions.
Yeah,
He said, I know
yeah.
nothing about this.
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys keep bringing it up.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me. I have nothing whatsoever to do with it.
Nothing. I know
It's-
nothing about it.
Yeah. But we've noticed some coincidences
Yeah.
to Project 2025 that just happened to be some of the things they asked for in the Project 2025.
It was all probably a
yeah,
coincidence.
yeah.
And also we'll dive into apparently last Sunday after the Sunday morning shows. Donald had a hard time sleeping that night,
Oh,
and so he went out on what's his forum?
Truth Social?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Truth something.
Yeah.
And started spewing stupidity about networks.
In our opinion, yeah. But yeah, in an opinion of a lot of people probably.
Well,
Yeah.
I will. Okay.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. But a lot of what he says out there doesn't make sense to me,
Well,
which makes me happy that I don't belong to any of these things.
right.
So,
So we'll discuss his
and
latest.
that's a pet peeve of mine.
What?
He gets all these proclamations
Yeah, right.
that affect everybody.
Right.
And he does it on his Truth Social.
Right.
And those
So,
of us who aren't on social networks, we're just not, we
Right.
don't need to know.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
So instead of using
Like,
regular media
yeah,
to
that's
to
available
say,
to
oh,
everybody.
that's what he did when he declared.
Oh, that
when
when
we
he
started
was
bombing,
bombing somebody?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He just, instead of going out on the networks, he went out and told his friends first.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us had to hear it through the grapevine. So,
Yeah.
okay, well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
It doesn't seem right, but
Yeah. So we'll
just a
dive
pet
into
peeve
that.
of mine. Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah,
makes sense. But we have to first get started with yet another school shooting.
Yes.
This time it was at a school mass in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Two are dead, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. 18 others were injured. Now, some are saying either 15 or 16 of those injured were kids. The others were elderly,
Yeah.
like in their 80s. So,
And growing up, I went to Catholic school, an elementary school, Catholic elementary school, and a lot of times when we had mass in the morning, the elderly people, they went to mass every day.
right.
So yeah,
And so they were there.
assume,
They
yeah,
were just-
that was just
they were
that
there.
was their normal.
So it's not surprising that it was older.
Yeah, yeah. That
So this is, and I forget how many. You hear different numbers. This could. There's been a lot of school shootings so far in 2025, and of course, the first thing coming out of the right, thoughts and prayers.
yeah.
This happened in a church, people. This happened in a church. This happened in a Catholic church. They don't get much more prayers than the Catholic Church.
Yeah, yeah.
And if we lied totally on thoughts and prayers, this would have ended a long, long time ago.
Right. Yeah. And that's all, the only thing constructive they can do is say thoughts and prayers, because we can't do anything about it. It's like, every other civilized country doesn't have this problem,
Yeah.
but we do. I wonder what's different. I don't know. Seems odd, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It
It
does.
does.
It does. And you can say, Well, it's up to the states. The states could make their own laws, and then they'll have something like saying, okay, well, Minnesota had laws and stuff. Well, Minnesota is right next to
Wisconsin, Michigan.
yeah, and all
and,
these other states, and
North
you can't,
Dakota,
you
blah, blah,
can't,
blah.
yeah. So
Yeah, you can't have. You're
you
right.
can't, you can't say, oh, well, they have just as much violence in their state as we do in ours that has open carry and all this other stuff. Well, yeah, but they're not getting their guns from next door. They're getting their guns from next state. So
Right. That's.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can I say?
Yeah.
You know, it just never ends. It never ends. Luckily, the church locked down.
Yeah.
And the shooter ended up firing through the windows. That saved.
And that probably, they were stained glass windows too, so he probably didn't have a good shot at look
Right.
at anybody. So, yeah, that probably saved a lot of lives. But that shouldn't have had to be a thing in the first place.
Ever.
Yeah.
So they locked down. Two dead, an 8-year-old. I can't even fathom this. An 8-year-old and a 10-year-old going to school, going to church, doing the,
Yeah.
just being kids, and then this is
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
But so, yet another,
Right.
and it
Right.
just never ends.
Yeah.
All right. Project 2025. It was a deal.
Yeah, it was done by the Heritage Foundation. This is what they wanted to happen, and after the election and whoever was in office in 2025, that this is the things that they wanted him to do, or her to do.
I think we
I
both
think
know
they probably wanted him to do. Yes.
I think that's a
I think
him
that's
thing.
probably a him thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 900 pages long. Obviously, I've been going through it. There is and I'll give the website to it, but there is a Project 2025 tracker out there, and they keep track of what things were in Project 2025 and what things have been initiated that are strangely similar to what was in Project 2025. Something that Donald Trump said he had no idea what it was.
Right. Would you like to see that
yeah,
video?
I would. Yeah.
All right. So this particular time, many times, countless times, he denied ever knowing about what was in Project 2025.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's in Project 2025, and he always denied that he had anything to do with it. But yet, lots and lots of his current people or former people.
Oh, well,
was in-
and some are current now too. We're involved with Project 2025.
Right.
So, yeah.
So they were all happy as could be when he was reelected, so he could save the world again. But anyways, he always denied. Mm-hmm. And here he was at the debate, the one and only debate that he had with Kamala Harris. Let me just point this out before. Kamala Harris is the smart one. She's on the right, okay? so
just in case you have trouble telling them apart.
yeah.
Number one, I have nothing to do,
yeah.
as you know, and as
Apparently,
she knows better
a lot
than
of
anyone, I
people
have nothing to
thought
do
they
with
were,
Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do.
So there he is denying that he knew anything about it. He never read it.
2025.
Never read
No,
it.
no.
I don't even
well,
know it's in it.
and I do believe that because it's 900 pages long, and I didn't read it either.
Right.
But-
I can believe he didn't read it. He
Other
doesn't read
people-
anything, so
yeah.
I'm sure he had his
Yeah,
wife read
yeah.
it to him.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah.
Jeez. All right, so So he gets reelected, and within days, things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just picking out the things that that the White House itself enacted or put into place to do
Executive orders or
executive orders or just proclamations or whatever
Okay.
that
All right.
they did. Um, um, One of the things that Project 2025 wanted was to clear out the National Security Council, to get rid of anybody whose position did not align to the new president's priorities.
Okay.
So,
What can you tell me about that?
well,
What did
they
that
wanted people to
agency
be
do?
in there to be, the National Security Council. It's a forum of the U.S. President's top advisors
Okay.
and cabinet members, and they coordinate foreign and defense policy.
Okay.
And then there is a national security advisor who manages the staff and the interagency work. So they kind of coordinate with everybody that's involved with, like the Department of Defense or anything that, like the National Security Agency, which is in the Department of Defense, and it specializes in foreign signals intelligence, cybersecurity, and cryptology.
Okay. All right. So if
they-
these people didn't align with,
With whatever the current president's policies and procedures are, they got rid of them.
okay,
And on, well, this one was done May 23rd, 2025. So it took a while for this one
4
to come into
months.
effect. For 4 months. And they placed more than 100 officials on administrative leave.
okay,
It was reduced to half its size of staff. And then they shifted the foreign policy influence to the president's cabinet officers. So Marco Rubio was put in charge of that rather than the National Security Council. So,
okay.
and the National Security Council has the history. I mean, they knew what was going up until the time the new president comes in, which, okay, maybe they don't completely follow the new president's lead,
Right.
but there's a good thing about having a yin and yang, of having two sides and having somebody say, okay, yeah, I see your point, but this happened last week and we have to take that into consideration. You can't just start out brand new and say, okay, everything that happened before today, we don't care.
Right.
We have to go forward. So, yeah.
But see, Donald Trump has never been much of a one for yin and yang. It's either
No.
my way
Or the highway.
or the
Yeah.
highway.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to think exactly alike. I'm going to align myself. That's
Yeah.
what got him in trouble the first time, 1.0,
Yeah.
because he actually had people with
That people that had
intelligence.
history and people that knew, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
this
see,
is it's like
not so much anymore.
No,
All right.
no.
So they got rid of anybody that had different opinions or different thoughts than he did.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. There is an oversight. Another thing that they wanted to get rid of. They wanted the president and his office to have more of an overview of all the agencies. Right now, there are some independent agencies out there, like the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, or the FCC.
Which we'll
They're-
talk about.
Yeah, they have a more of a independent, so they didn't have to. They could publish things in the what is it called? The Federal Register, which is
okay.
the official daily publication of all the agencies, executive orders, and the president's documents and all the notices to the agencies, those type of things. The independent agencies could publish them without getting an overview. Well, now they want to not to have overview.
Okay.
Everything
Sure.
has to go through the president.
Of course it does. He's got to have his fingerprints
yeah.
on everything.
Yep. And he issued ensuring accountability for all agencies, executive order on February 18th, saying that from now on, everything's got to go through my offices or have my okay on it and stuff.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So
the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, which is under the Office of Management and Budget, no longer now has authorization over those type of things.
Okay.
And you can see how they're trying to take control. Like he wants to get rid of the Fed, the head of the Fed, and he wants to get rid of the boards and
But he wants to, because he wants to have control over all of those.
Yeah.
And that's fine because he's a very smart individual.
Yeah, and he knows everything about everything.
Absolutely.
And he
But
has
what-
all the time in the world. I mean, he's just president. I mean,
right.
it's not like
I mean,
there's
what
anything
happens
else.
though when we get another president and it's
that
just
that isn't as knowledgeable.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
All right, so he wants to play everything. All right, he wants to rule everything. It's almost like he's a dictator.
Almost. Well, and that's what Project 2025 seems to be wanting. That there's
They
just
want a
too
dictator.
Much, yeah, there's you need to have more control in some areas
Right.
and less control in other areas.
I mean, but isn't the right? Weren't they? Didn't they always say they wanted less regulations?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which seems like this is asking for more because you're wanting more oversight over these
Right.
things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's-
okay. That's just how.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always their argument. Anytime somebody would say something,
Yeah.
I don't want government involved in anything.
Right.
That was always their thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Except bedrooms.
No, absolutely, bedrooms.
Between a woman and her OBGYN.
Right, right.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do they want?
Well, obviously, trans, the whole,
yeah.
and so on. They can regulate that, but nothing else.
Yeah.
They don't want the government to know their business.
Right, exactly. And, things like, putting Christianity into the schoolroom.
Right.
Putting the Bible in, putting the
Right.
Ten Commandments.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. If that's what they want,
Yeah.
why don't they send their kids to, I don't know, a religious school?
Yeah, it seems like they would.
Yeah.
It seems like they
I
would.
mean,
only some people, like that Catholic school, that's not the right religion. So, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Um,
They don't read the right Bible. So you can't just, I guess they could divide everybody up and put them in their own area.
or you know what they could do?
What?
Mind their own business.
Yeah, they could do that and let the people go to whatever church they want to go to or whatever temple they want to go to on their religious holidays or their religious days and on their Sabbaths and not worry about it.
Wow. What a novel idea.
Well, I think that the founders might have said something like that. They might have said, yeah, we don't really care. We're not going to get involved in this. But,
And here we are.
and here we are. Yeah.
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 And here we are.
Yeah, apparently.
I bet our founding fathers are rolling in their graves right now thinking of what an idiot we have in the White House.
Oh, yeah.
You think? Oh, Abe is probably thinking, "Oh, geez."
Oh God, what did I do? I should have let the state. No, anyway. Just like,
Anyways,
okay. Um, there is they wanted to revoke an executive order that established the Gender Policy Council. They
okay.
and one of the first things Trump did on January 20th, the day he was put into office, is revoke that.
Tell me what that does again.
They had gender-related policies that gave rights to transgender and non-binary people. When his executive order, Trump's executive order, reversed the gender-related policies, and he primarily targeted the rights of transgender and non-binary people. He rolled back LGBTQ plus protections, and redefined sex in a binary biological way. So male, female, anything else doesn't exist.
True. So any gains that they ever made,
Yep, he took him back.
boom.
Yeah, and the reason that the Project 2025 wanted to get rid of it is because it was bad for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking of the family.
Yeah, because the new woke
Yeah.
gender ideology was, allowing surgeries on minors.
Right. Well, I understand that some of these kids would go to school as a boy and come home as a girl, and the
Yeah.
schools are doing this.
You, as a former teacher, you must have seen that happening.
Well, I've
right?
heard
Yeah.
stories,
You've
but I
heard
mean-
stories. Yeah. Okay.
That's a lie, okay? That's a lie. And anybody that believes that crap,
Yeah. I mean, if that happened, it wouldn't be on TV 24/7. I mean, there would be a TV show about it. I mean, it would be in all the news.
I'm gonna get a cop because
Yeah.
I swear to you, I heard him say or make references to that.
I think you did. Yeah.
I'm gonna find
Yeah.
those clips. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find those clips because, man, whatever. I
Yeah.
could go off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I won't. I won't because I don't have the proof yet.
Yep.
All right, so they got rid of that.
Other things he did. He had an executive order called Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government. I'm not sure that was an issue, but
Read that again.
Defending Women from Gender Ideology Extremism and Restoring Biological Truth to the Federal Government. Yeah. Yeah.
Mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. He also did an executive order on keeping men out of women's sports. Of course, that's a big thing. That's a big
huge.
thing. You hear
That's every day.
every day. Every single high school has got that problem. Yeah. Yeah. The Gender Policy Council just combated discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. And it guaranteed educational environments that were free from discrimination. They blocked. Another action that they took is that blocking new passports for transgender, non-binary Americans that reflect their gender identity rather than their birth identity. They banned that, so they can't, Jenner.
Chris.
Kris Jenner. So she probably has a passport that has female on there. Well, she wasn't born as a female, so if she went to get a new passport, it would probably say that she's a male. They put back reinstated the ban on transgender people serving in the military.
Oh, right.
Yeah, HHS, Health and Human Services, ended coverage for gender affirming care. Federal prisons denied transgender inmates to serve their time in something that's they have to, like if Chris Jenner was arrested, he'd have to go to a male prison. So
Yeah, how'd that work out? How would that work out?
I don't know. That's scary. That's very scary. Federal websites, like for CDC, State Department, Social Security Administration, they had to remove anything that has anything to do with transgender people, LGBTQ.
Oh yeah, they went through.
Yeah.
They erased that whole.
Yeah, they erased a lot of things, and I don't know if anybody's ever worked in an office or something that has computer things. You go through and you say, search for this and change it to this. Well, that can lead to a lot of, or delete this or whatever. That can lead to a lot of screw ups.
Oh, absolutely.
Like one famous screw up, the Enola Gay. That was one of the planes that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that got erased because it had gay in its name. It's like, okay, we can't have that. that's gonna warp our children. Anything. There was an order that ended diversity, equity, and inclusion, the DEI programs within the federal government, because that was too socially engineered. Apparently, unless you tell somebody that they're gay, they don't know it, and they would live a perfectly normal, straight life without knowing anything about it. And I think that's what a lot of them are afraid of, is because now that their kids have heard the word gay or homosexual or lesbian or anything,
They're going to turn.
they're going to turn. They didn't. If you don't give them an option, that's not going to happen. That doesn't exist.
Not that you're going to know the answer to this
Yeah.
question, all right? And this is something that. How does other countries feel about gay and lesbians?
It's hard because, I mean, I know that some Arab countries or Muslim countries, it's not. They don't deal with it. It is something that's
Right.
taboo. And I know that England, like in the 1960s, had laws against homosexuality. Of course, we did too, down the South and stuff there. So,
Right.
it's not all that. It's hard to believe. I mean, it's hard to believe how much has changed in our lifetimes.
Right. Well,
about
yeah,
this
exactly.
stuff. So, So I don't know that we're, that there are countries that are any more accepting of this than we are. But it might have been more accepted recently. I mean, before we were. Like Canada had, they had gay marriage before we did.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Of course, Canada did.
yeah.
They are
yeah,
more. They are
yeah,
more.
with that.
They are more. They're probably a much friendlier
Yeah.
nation than we are.
I think they're more
They're accepting.
accepting and maybe more what I want to say, well developed than we are, or
Right.
more.
Right. But we were well
culturally,
on our way.
yeah.
We were well on our
We were.
at least much better off.
Oh yeah.
We didn't until January rolled around, and then we
And all of a sudden,
flipped
now
the
it's-
calendar back to the 1950s.
Yeah. Where
Um,
things were so much better, except for women and gay people and black people and people of color.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
But,
so personally, I'm not really looking forward to it. But
well,
you
no.
know.
And this is what I've found out, and I don't like to, get off track, but this
Yeah.
is what I found out on, my 100 years on this earth. If you deny something exists, all of a sudden it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So if you pretend that gay and lesbians don't exist,
Then they won't exist. Yeah, because
Yes.
they stay in the closet or whatever. And
yeah, because
yeah.
life was so much better when they were in the closet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. For everybody but them.
yeah,
And I don't even mean for everybody but them. But what I'm saying is their lives were horrible.
yeah, yeah. The weird thing is, I remember back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, where I knew people that I knew were gay.
Right.
And everybody knew they were gay. And they didn't get, they were just treated as part of the family. But, it's just, that's fact of life.
Right.
Not a big thing. But nobody ever talked about it. Nobody
No.
ever, this couple's been living together for 40 years. Yeah, maybe. And everybody treated them like they were spouses.
Right.
I mean, everybody,
Right.
you invited one when you invited the other. I mean, but all of a sudden you make it legal, and you're making it so other people, like their kids, see it, which their kids have seen it before. It's not, and if you're gay, you
Yes.
know it from. Yeah, you know it.
You
right
know
away.
it.
Yeah, you know it.
I don't believe for one
Yeah.
second, not 1 second, that somebody
Yeah.
can just turn gay. Okay?
Yeah.
You're born that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're born
Yeah.
that way. I do not buy anyone's argument that, they turned them gay.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Just that is such an ignorant statement.
Yeah, yeah. And it was amazing when all this stuff about legalizing marriage and stuff,
Right.
how many Republican politicians all of a sudden found out they had gay kids. It's
Right,
it's
right.
And then it was like, well, my kid's gay, so I guess I have to. But it's like, okay, so you think, I mean, like senators, I can't remember how many of them realized that they had, but it's 100 people from all over the country.
Right.
And they had, like, let's say there's only 2 or 3 of them that had gay children. It's like if 100 people, like 3% have gay
Right.
have gay children, that's probably all over the place. So
Sure.
yeah.
I think that's a good example. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a. I just saw this, and we talked about this before. But the Supreme Court has taken this up. They may end up.
They
May end up overruling and turning back gay marriage.
Yeah.
And I saw that it could have an immediate effect on 32 states.
that don't have, because I think Michigan does have
Something on the books.
on the books, but I could be wrong about that. But 32 states don't have
32.
it, right?
32. You talk about a mess.
Yeah,
Why is it that people just can't mind their own damn business?
I know.
What difference does it make to me, to
How is
you,
that
or any?
harming anybody?
I
The only thing I can think of is they don't want their kids to come out of the closet. That's the only thing I can think of. They don't want them to be out there and enjoying their life. They want
Right.
them to pretend. They want to go back to the days where everybody pretended that didn't happen.
right. As long as they stayed in the closet, it makes. I feel much better
yeah,
that way.
Yeah,
I feel much better
yes.
that way.
Then my kid won't look at them and say, "Oh, well, I'm gay too." It's like, yeah, because that's all it takes is just looking at somebody.
Why
and
are we?
saying, "I'm
Why?
gay too."
Why do we care? And it's
I
a
don't
religious
know.
thing. I think it's a religious thing, but more and more religions
Yeah.
are accepting,
Yeah.
and they should.
They should. They should. And if that's against your religion, they're committing a sin. I don't know. I guess that's what they're thinking. They're committing a sin. That's their problem.
That's their problem.
They're the ones that are going to go to hell. Let them go to hell.
Mind your own
Mind your
damn
own business. Yeah, yeah. It's like
Just mind your own
Yeah.
business.
yeah,
They don't tell you how to run your life.
Right.
Don't tell them how to run theirs.
Yeah.
It's that simple, people. It's that simple. Life doesn't have to be complicated.
yeah. Well, and if they think that they're gonna, I don't know. There's just as much danger from a cis man like Jeffrey Epstein
Right.
abusing children as there is a gay
Yes.
counselor abusing children. I mean,
Yes.
it's like that happens in the world. It doesn't have anything to do with your orientation. It's
None.
it's
None.
just, you know.
None.
Yeah, yeah. There are scums in every type of person there is.
Absolutely.
So yeah, don't
You-
just assume that somebody's gay. That yeah, I know so many people that are gay.
Being
that
gay
are
doesn't
nice.
mean that you're a pedophile.
I know,
And why
I
is it
know.
that people believe that?
I
Why?
don't
I don't
know.
understand that.
I don't know. Well, I think it goes back to their kids. They're thinking, oh, my kid must have been abused as a child by somebody, one of these people, because otherwise he wouldn't be gay. They think it's psychological, that it's a problem with them,
Right.
that something must have happened.
You can
to
fix
them.
that, you know.
And then, oh yeah,
There's people that believe that they can be
oh
fixed.
right,
They
I
can
know.
be fixed.
So they go and torture them for months until they finally say, "Well, I'm not gay," to keep you from torturing them. And then it's like, yeah, oh man, and they think they're the
Sane
guys.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
Oh
Just-
my God!
yeah.
I don't understand that. If I live to be 1,000, I will never
Neither.
understand
Neither.
why people believe that it's their business.
I know.
We don't have enough problems in this world. Let's
I
worry
know.
about that.
I know. You don't see me going in and talking to somebody that has like 18 kids saying, "You have too many children," or
Find a hobby.
yes, it's like if you want to do that, you want to recreate children. It's
They got
personally, it's
pills
not-
for that.
It's not, personally, it's not my thing, but it's like
I mean, why
it's
is
like-
it? If everyone in this world would mind their own business,
yeah, and for those of you who are religious, let God take care of it. I mean, that's His job. It's not your job. It's God's job. Let Him take care of it, and yeah,
Absolutely.
And just
if you believe that is wrong,
Yeah.
and that He's going to be the ultimate judge, let
Yeah.
Him judge.
yeah, let Him do it. Let Him do it. I mean, yeah, you don't have to do His job for Him. But I don't know.
Wow, that was an interesting
Yeah, it was.
conversation. All right.
It was, okay, so they did manage to strip all that stuff. They also got rid of they revoked the gender policy council, and that was sort of the same type of thing, where they, the same thing, that they had a gender policy council that produced guidance documents and they wanted to get rid of it because they thought it promoted like abortions and sexual education and that type of stuff.
Right.
So they
right.
wanted to get rid of all that stuff.
Are you seeing a pattern here?
Yeah, I do. In sex change operations, that type of thing. So they issued to get rid of anything that had anything to do with any of that stuff, any kind of from the federal website. So just kind of. So.
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they ought to do. They should come up with a
MOB,
rule.
mob. Okay.
Yeah.
Get rid of the mobs, or
Yeah.
get the mobs. I don't know.
If they would just come up with a rule
Yeah.
or a law, if
Yeah.
you will, mind your own business.
If it's not hurting you,
Shut the hell up.
yeah, yeah. But see, they think it's hurting their kids because kids don't know anything about this stuff. Yeah. Got news for you. I grew up in a very Catholic thing. I know about a lot of this stuff. And, yeah, it's, yeah, you get out in the world and you either know it for real or you
You
catch
hear about
on.
it. Right. Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly.
it's like, yeah.
I mean, really? Do you shelter your kids that much? All right.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in is if you shelter your kids so much, they get out in this big bad world,
Mm-hmm.
and they are going to know what the hell's going on.
No.
They'll never be able to cope.
No, no.
If you spoon feed your kids to believe just this, just this, don't veer. This is your
Yeah.
life. My God, these kids aren't going to be ready for anything.
No, no,
They're just not going to be ready for anything.
no.
Anyway, but I'm seeing a pattern. Continue.
Yeah. Well, next there is climate. They wanted the Project 2025 wanted the next president to issue an executive order that abolished the Office of Domestic Climate Policy, which
Would
Trump
outlaw-
did
would
January
outlaw-
20th. Yeah.
Which would outlaw hurricanes, tornadoes.
Get rid of.
All right, so tell me what this. All right, well, tell me what this thing is all about then. All
Okay,
right.
well, the Office of Domestic Climate Policy
Yes.
was something that Biden put into effect, and it promoted the growth of good-paying union jobs that advanced environmental justice for communities that were disproportionately affected by climate change.
Right.
So, one of the things, and I can't remember what state it is. Shoot. Anyway, one of the states, I think it's out west, had a program that they had a grant that told them they had a lot of drought. So there was a grant to study this and find out what they can do to grow certain crops.
Right.
Well, that's been canceled because we don't need that.
Sure.
They worked across a lot of federal agencies, and one of the things was looking at greenhouse gas emissions, and investments into clean things up that were, like sites that needed to be cleaned up because a chemical plant was there or something like that. They were.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. And they helped direct investments into clean energy and climate resistance infrastructure. So gotta get rid of that.
Right.
Just gotta
Right.
get at that. Instead, the Project 2025 said the president should establish a senior advisor to coordinate all that stuff, and that he would be directly, responsible, report to the executive officer, so the president, and that he would report to the president's chief of staff. So, and then the chief of staff would, tell them what they could and could not do. Apparently, that's what
Apparently.
that's what I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Right.
So.
So on January 20th.
On January 20th, he did an executive order to get rid of that, to get rid of the.
Now that was
concept.
one of Biden's things, and
Yeah.
and one of the first things that the Trump man did was abolish everything
Yeah.
that Biden did.
Yeah.
All right, so that doesn't surprise me.
Then there was they asked Project 2025 to instruct the Council of Environmental Quality to rewrite its regulations implementing the National Environmental Policy Act. The the NEPA regulations, the National Environmental Policy Act, um, they're, they 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 give detailed procedures to the federal agencies so that they'll be in compliance with it. So they have like a required environmental analysis. So before they do things, they have to do a detailed statement saying how this will affect the environment, and then to guide public involvement, it puts it. They post it, and they look for input from people on what's happening. Like we're gonna build this big thing. This is how it's going to affect the local environment. Tell us what you think. And then.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and then to promote informed decisions, they're going to put policies out that will let people know how things happen or what's happening and give them information on it. That's out now.
Right,
And that was,
right. We don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll just wing it.
Yeah. Then they wanted to, Project 2025 should eliminate the interagency working group on the social cost of carbon. Social cost of carbon is an analysis that say what the monetary damages are for each additional ton of carbon emissions and are put out there. And it just if you're gonna like for gas cars, it lets you know what's happening with them and
How much is going
carbon
into
is out there and what
Right.
the cost of it is,
Okay.
as far as economics and other things. What the cost of the damage of carbon dioxide is out there. So
Okay.
so
And they didn't see the need for that.
yeah. Yeah.
Is that pretty much it?
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay, so
They
they
just figured it was a waste of time and it was affecting like how things I want to say like oil drilling and things like
Sure,
that. So
sure.
yeah,
It
like,
holds it.
it holds things up, and then you have to get
Right.
all these people involved, and it's
And then
kind of
all of the restrictions on car
yeah, and then
manufacturing.
it's just tying everything up, and
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So they said, all right, we're going to forget that ever existed.
Yeah, they and it has been disbanded. So
Gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's under the Unleashing American Energy Act or the executive order.
Okay.
That Trump issued
He
on
loves
January 20th. So,
He loves
yeah.
executive orders.
Yes, he does. He does. Yeah. So, and their thing was that, well, when he issued his order, he said the calculation of social cost of carbon is marked by logical deficiencies, a poor basis in empirical science, politicization, and absence of a foundation in legislation. So it was just an awful, evil place, and we don't need that anymore.
Okay. Well,
So, yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
It's not all right, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's so boom, gone.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I've got one more, but there's a
That's
lot
fine.
of things in Project 2025. This is just the stuff that has been completed. There are some that
By
by
a
the White
strike of
House.
an ink pen, by the way.
Right,
I
exactly.
mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
just gone.
Right.
He said, but it's what the coincidence is that he knew nothing about Project 2025.
So it's really amazing that that even some of the language is the same as Project
Right.
2025.
Right.
And that he was ready to go on January 20th, 25th.
Yeah. Day one, he had these
Yeah.
all written up
Yeah.
and ready to
ready to
go.
Yeah.
And so as soon as he,
Yeah.
and swore in and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, he went into the office and signed them.
It could be, and this is just me thinking. maybe he didn't know at the debate, but he had, what, 3 months before, since the election to that he got time to figure it out. So,
yeah.
so yeah, that could be. I mean, could
Yeah,
be.
I think he's a liar, but whatever.
Well, yeah. There's that too. The last one I've got, and like I said, these are just the White House ones, things that take more time. That some of them have been completed too, but I only focused on these. So,
Right.
Because I only had a limited amount of time. So.
Right. And those are just and
we just wanted to
sooner
give you a
or later,
taste.
you know, on those nights that I can't sleep, I can just look through Project 25 or 2025 and just read through it 900
It's just
pages.
900 pages, and it's not
Boring?
Yeah. And it's very, I want to say, convoluted, because they have to give, this is to defend our children, and this is to do this, and this is to defend the family, and this is to, yeah. And you might be like me to think, what? It's like, yeah, okay. I just want to say, start a church, get up in the pulpit, get other people like you, preach to them. They'll give you money. Leave those of us that don't believe the same things that you believe alone. Because we're not hurting anybody. We're trying not to hurt anybody. We're trying to make the place a better place.
We're trying to clean the air up.
Why are we the bad guys? We're trying to clean the air up. It's like, okay. But anyway.
Yeah.
They wanted to apparently, and I can't remember when this happened. In 2015, there was a data breach in the U.S. Office of Personnel Management. And so the Defense Counterintelligence Security Agency, started running security checks instead of the OMB office. And they want them to let the Office of Personnel Management have the responsibility for security clearance investigations. So, because it's just taken too long to do all the security things. So, President Trump, I don't know when he did this, but he granted temporary 6-month security clearance to incoming White House officials who have not completed the vetting process. And usually that's only given to people that have already had some kind of security clearance. But may not have this. But now it's, never mind. I think they're fine.
Was that sort of like his son-in-law the first time around?
Yeah, where he got, twice he got rejected, and then finally he just said, it's okay.
He's good enough.
I'll pass.
I'll vouch for him.
Yeah, I know.
He's good.
Yeah. And I'm sure that he didn't give anything to Saudi Arabia that gave him $1 billion contract. $1 billion to Saudi Arabia, that's like giving me $10. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not going to do anything.
It's
$10.
fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
How far along did you get into Project 2025 is a very huge thing.
Yeah.
All right. So, but would you say that we are well on our way to granting their wish?
As far as, there is a something called Project 2025 Tracker.
Right.
And these are people that are going through and they have documentation and stuff, and I followed all through. And I'll leave the I'll have the link to the website on our show notes. But they let me see. It's pretty. Let's see what they have. Oh, I got the wrong thing.
So these.
It's pretty fair. I mean, the White House ones, the things that the White House can do.
Right.
That's very. Why is that?
And then of course there's probably some that Congress is going to have to pass. Correct.
Right.
And of course they will.
Well. Oh, the overall progress is 47%.
47%.
Yeah.
47% of 900 pages
According to their
of
estimate, yeah. 900
probably
yeah.
crap has
The
been done.
part that can be done by the White House is 92%. So
The part that can be done by the White House, by Trump himself,
Yeah.
92% of that is done. He has
Right.
done that already.
Yeah,
And he knew nothing about it.
right. Yeah.
But yet, in his 7 months in office, he's managed to complete.
The one that is in progress, one of the ones in progress is impose relatively high tariffs on countries that have relatively large trade deficits with the U.S. Now, he keeps promising to do this. He hasn't really done it. And his trade deficits, and I probably shouldn't get into this because I'm not really certain, but the way they calculate trade deficits, there is no economist or financial person that looks at that and said, really? That's how you're, because that's not really a trade deficit. It's like, it's like there are some countries that can produce one thing. That's
Right.
all they can produce. They're
That's
poor
it.
countries.
Right,
So they can't afford to buy our stuff.
right,
Our stuff is way out of there. So they trade that to us.
right.
Well, that's not a trade deficit just because
They can't. That's all they have to offer.
we are giving them money and they're not but they're giving us a product.
Right.
So it's like if I go into a grocery store and I buy something from them, I'm giving them money, they're giving me something. Neither of us have a trade deficit because they get money, I got this thing.
Bingo.
But Trump apparently, if they don't buy anything from us, they have a trade deficit with us. I don't understand it, and maybe some economists out there can explain it to me, but I haven't heard anybody that has explained that to me. Right?
I don't understand that.
I mean,
I don't
he was-
understand that. They're giving us what they can.
Yeah.
They're giving
yeah.
us what they can. Okay.
Yeah. And if like there's only like I think Hawaii can grow coffee, but every place else in the United States we can't grow coffee. Apparently we don't have the right climate and stuff, so we get it from like Colombia or someplace.
Right.
Well, if they have something, what are we going to do? I mean, we can't just say, "Oh, we're going to give up coffee." Please, let's not give up coffee.
Oh,
But-
hey, I'll be more than happy to give up coffee.
Yeah.
But you're going to pay the consequences, people.
Yeah.
Because I'm
yeah.
not going to be happy.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you think there's enough violence in the world.
So,
to
do you
take away
want
coffee,
do you want
but,
to see me without coffee?
No, I do not. I don't want to see me without coffee. And I'm I mean, I only started drinking like 15 years ago, but now that I'm hooked, yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at so far.
Yeah.
This just, I mean, seriously, he knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get some clips, and I'll do this because this will be a continuation.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some clips where Kamala Harris
Oh.
and everybody else throughout this
All
whole last
everybody running in
campaign
the
said
last-
he knows what's going
Yeah.
on.
And this is what's going to happen.
And sure enough,
yeah.
this is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So she was right about everything, okay?
We're going to have to get camps that says Kamala was right about everything. Yeah.
And so was Hillary. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say it. So was Hillary.
Yeah, she was. She was.
They were right.
Yeah.
They were absolutely right. It was a mess the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be even worse this time around.
Because they don't have anybody left over. I mean,
He surrounded himself with clowns.
yeah. And first-time clowns, too.
Yeah.
That have never had anything to do with that.
Rubio was our only hope of
Yeah.
having some kind of
Yeah.
common sense. That was a horrible hope.
Yeah.
But at any rate, so All right, so that's what you got with Project
That's what I've got for
2025.
Project
All right, so
2025,
here's what
yeah.
we're going to do because we're an hour into this. So
Oh,
we
okay.
will, our next show, we'll get into the broadcast thing because I'm going to go off on this
Yeah.
man. I'm going to go off on this man. He is so incredibly, what's the word? Ridiculous. But we'll go off on that. Possibly some more of 2020 or
Yeah, we'll
2025.
start looking at some of the
We'll
other
see. But
things.
I'm going to get some clips of Kamala and Hillary talking about what's going to happen if he gets elected. And so far, they were right.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's
All right.
it for us. We'll do this again next time. We'll get into that the broadcast thing. So
Okay.
we'll get started with that. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We'll do this all over again next time.
All right.